De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait.
What's up, sports world? Y'all already know what it is. Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter in the building, man. Listen, this is Rise Up Unlimited radio show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. One guy is happy as hell because 1 of 3 has been checked off the list of once in a lifetimes, like Halley's Comet. 1 of 3 has been checked off. One guy is happy. The other guy is we're gonna find out during the show what his mood is like. You know, he's Mr. Friday Night Lights. You know, he's Mr. Coffee Talk in the morning. You get him all the time. You get some life and you get some sports. With his shows in the morning, Friday night, you know, you got the Alphabets Football Talk show coming back real soon, folks. Season 7 coming back real soon. You know, we've been doing this thing a long time, man. This thing started 12 years ago with sports podcasts before podcast was even cool. And now, you know what I mean, we starting to get into that veteran life. When you get to 6 and 7, you in that veteran zone. Yeah, man, my guy right here next to me on my right, hailing from Texas. Well, all the exes live in Texas right now. All the exes live in Texas right now. Shout out to my guy, Marcus the Alphabets. I swear, listen, sir, before you get to talking, make sure you unmute that mic because I want everybody to get every bit, every piece, every moment, every emotion from you today, sir. In the words of Restitution, how you doing?
Look, man, look. If you first off, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. Look, if you watch sports long enough, you're gonna experience many highs and many lows. That's just the way. That's just the way it works, man. And that's cool, you know. I I was excited about the NBA playoffs as a whole. We had a lot of good games. Uh, we saw the ascension of some players. In every NBA playoffs, there's some new kid on the block that comes out, and we start to see that the future is bright. The torch has been passed, no pun intended. The torch has been passed to a new champion. We've had 8 different champions over the past 8 years. So the NBA and the NFL has been searching for parity, not parody like comedy, parity, parity, in the NBA, where people have a chance to win. And we saw it, you know, and congratulations to New York. 53 years since their championship, 1973. Shit, that was before I was born. Hell, 1973. Hell, I wasn't born until 74. So their last championship was before I was born. And look, I know New York is happy. New York, stand up. I'm happy for y'all. Very good champions. And look, Torch, we did a show the other day where we were talking about experience. That experience and paying your dues. Some of these guys, they came from other places. Karl-Anthony Towns, with Minnesota. Some of these other guys coming from other places. And Dolan, he deserves a lot of praise for what they did, you know. So congratulations to these guys. I am a Spurs fan. It was very disappointing, but I always try to take some positivity out of even a bad situation. Um, the Spurs, I don't think this will be the last time that you see them. There is some, there is some tweaks that they need to make to that team, but they're very young, and we'll talk about the biggest tweak that they need to make. But they got a young, very talented team that I think with a couple of corrections and additions and some subtractions, I think they'll be back. They're superstars. They have three very good young players, high draft picks. Wemby was the number one pick. I think Dylan was a number two or number three pick, and Castle was a top three pick. You have a young nucleus that you can build that you can build with, but the the Knicks were the better team. That's just what it is. And for my people here in Texas, a lot of them were talking crap and all the Knicks were lucky and blah blah. The Knicks were the better, more experienced team, the better coach team. And they did have some things that broke their way, but that's in any sport that happens. And the Knicks are very worthy champions, point blank, no excuses. Better team won.
Actually, of the best, I was very pleased with the way you were able to articulate and disseminate that information that you just did, and the way that you did it, and how smooth and cool that was, and how you could look at all the positives and things of that nature. In any situation, you could look at the positives.
Mhm.
I can respect that. I could respect that. As an
One
individual,
thing,
I could respect that. I could respect someone who shows up, win, lose, or draw. I could respect that. I could respect someone. I can respect someone who acknowledges things and is able to identify those things and then be able to be abreast about those things and be able to be honest.
you
I
have
can
to.
respect.
Nobody. I don't. I hate excuse makers. Excuse makers. Oh, well, this happened to us and stuff like that. We talked about this a little bit, on some of the other shows leading up to this one. There were some things that were happened. I heard some people talking about the officiating or whatnot. There were some look in any sport. As long as we have humans still officiating games, there's going to be calls that that you get, and there's going to be some that are missed. Okay, it's just that's just what's going to happen. Uh, I had some of my Spurs fans. Oh, they should have gave them this foul on this. I'm like, you do know that the move that Wemby made, where Brunson went up for the three, and Wemby landed at his feet, and he couldn't have anywhere to land. That could have been a flagrant. That would have been Wemby's fourth technical, and that's a 1 game suspension. That's a 1 game suspension. So we look. Don't make excuses. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks to lose. But one thing that makes it even worse for me, and I lose a lot of respect for people, is when they lose and they have all of these excuses. The refs cheated us. This is conspiracy. They took this away from us. New York played the cleaner basketball. They made very. Uh, they were down in every game, double digits, and they fought their way back. Okay, that's hard. That's determination, and you got to give them their flowers, man. You just have to do it. And if you don't, then you sound a lot like a hater. That's what you sound like. So once again, I tip my hat. I tip my hat to the Knicks, the worthy champion. They are the champs. There should be a parade here. You going to the parade?
right here on the show.
Oh, okay.
Because you know what's so funny?
What's that?
You know what's so funny?
What's that?
All that I told you that I respect.
Yeah.
I do respect it. Just not right now. I don't respect none of that right now from anybody else outside of you. Outside of you.
Yeah.
Outside of you. You the only person I might respect that from. But other than that, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. All that yeah, see, you ain't see that coming. All that you just said, I don't want to hear it. You know what? You want to know why?
Who's that?
I remember a couple little receipts here and there. I mean, I told you, only Marcus Betts gets an exception on this one. But Marcus the Alphabet, I do know what your energy was. I do know what it was like. And I understand it because you have had such faith in those San Antonio Spurs being from Texas. I get it. I totally understand. And if we remember last show, everybody watch, you remember the last show, right? We talked about this. We talked about it ad nauseum. And I said, and I quote, no team has ever came back from 3-1 but one. And it was this one out of 37 times, right? I also said when you lose a game as such, like the San Antonio Spurs did in game 4.
Devastating.
It is what, Marcus?
Devastating.
It is very hard to do. And that is come back from a loss as monumental as game 4's 29-point lead into a fourth quarter loss. It didn't even go into overtime. They lost the game within regulation. We had never seen a road team up 29 points in any NBA final ever, let alone be up 29 and then lose, right? We never seen that. In game 5, right? The Spurs, we expected, right? There's some things you expect in sports, right? Some things you expect. It's called pattern. You see it and you acknowledge it, and you take it for what it is, right? We've seen that the San Antonio Spurs had been up every game in the first quarter by double digits, right? How many people last night, and I want y'all to be honest in the comment section, and just acknowledge. We got to acknowledge patterns, especially in sports. We got to acknowledge these things. How many of y'all thought that the Spurs was going to win game 5 after y'all seen them up in the first quarter? How many? Just by the show of likes, hearts, comments, how many folks thought that the San Antonio Spurs was going to win game 5? How many of y'all was like, oh, they coming out hot after that game? Oh, yeah, maybe they corrected it, right? Maybe they got it together, and here they come, right? How many of y'all thought that? I just want to know. Put in the comment section. Be honest. Shout out to Daryl Gilliam. Shout out to Marcus Herring. Shout out to Kyrie. Shout out to Kyrie. By the way, I just met Kyrie, and Kyrie's a cool guy from one of my jobs, man. He said, "Oh, you do sports shows?" I said, "Yeah, man. I'll put you on these sports shows that we do. Some of the best in the entire land. Straight up, point blank. Period." Yeah, and then he's on watching right now. So shout out to you, Kyrie. Thank you for the support, by the way. And thanks to everybody that's watching right now. And I'm glad y'all watching because I told y'all we're going to watch the emotions today that flourish from this 53-year drought of the New York Knicks winning the NBA championship. I told you 1-3. 1-3, y'all. 1-3. Check. New York got the basketball championship. Check. Now can we get the football and hockey? Can they get the football and hockey? I'd rather hockey first. I'll be honest. I'd rather hockey first because I really don't. I got a side eye for the Buffalo Bills. I'm still on that heel run with the Buffalo Bills right now. Just being honest. I told you emotions gonna come out today. Now, getting back to this. I know y'all was like, yeah, here comes San Antonio. San Antonio's about to make this run. Uh-oh, here we go. Could it happen? Can it happen? Will it happen? And you know what I said to myself? I said, I've seen this 4 times already. I've seen this song and dance 4 times already. I said the first quarter, Mike Brown and them, for some reason, I don't know why, comes out very cold in the first quarter. They had how many points in the first quarter? This first quarter?
This was one of the lowest scoring. It was one of the
Say it
lowest scoring.
The lowest scoring first quarter in what?
Finals history. In finals history.
So now we got back-to-back problems. First and foremost, you got the biggest comeback ever in the NBA final. You got the biggest lead by a road team in the NBA final. And now you got the lowest first quarter that you've ever seen in NBA final history, right? You got it, right? Here we go, the trifecta. There it is, 1, 2, 3. You got it, right? And I said, you know what people are missing? The fact that San Antonio only scored 20 points, 23 points. I said, that ain't gonna get it done. I said, this is not the 90s. This is not the Chicago Bulls versus the Utah Jazz where the score should be like 94 to 90. I'm sorry. Where it should be 94 to 90, right? I'm like, oh, that ain't gonna get it. I'm like, that's not gonna get it done. And then sure enough, what happens? Inch by inch, minute by minute, you can see mistakes happening right before your eyes. Here comes New York in the second half. Uh-oh. Why? Because some people don't learn from their patterns. If you want to ask me, which I'm going to break this down, and we got a lot of questions to ask. Number one, what is the biggest, and I'll ask you, Marcus, so you can talk. Marcus, what was the biggest pet peeve that you have for the San Antonio Spurs in this finals? The biggest, not all of them.
The biggest thing that I had was second half adjustments and not giving Dylan Harper enough minutes, in my opinion. Dylan Harper, and look, this is a hard pill. This is a hard pill to swallow. But look, the eye in the sky does not lie. All right, everybody could see, even Stevie Wonder could see. At this stage now, Dylan Harper grew up before our very eyes. I mean, this kid's a rookie, 20 years old. He's better than De'Aaron Fox. And look, generally sports is a meritocracy. All right. It's whoever's the better player gets to play. I think the Spurs, and this is not really like them, because I think when I think of the Spurs, I think of a very well-run team. I think they got caught up in the mix because of the contract with De'Aaron Fox, coming over from the Sacramento Kings, that we got to play this guy, and you look at his salary cap hits, 49.5 million this year, 53.4 million next year, 57.4 in 2028, and 61.3 in 2029, 2030. So he's the highest paid player on the team, because all of these other ones, their other three best players are on rookie contracts. So he's making the most money. They thought he would come over. And I think another thing that needs to be said is, in hindsight, 2020, Torch, they probably should have done more to keep Chris Paul. They probably should have done more to keep Chris Paul. I know a lot of people, he's old and he's over the hill. Chris Paul, I believe in certain situations that Chris Paul would have made better decisions, and De'Aaron Fox still views himself as the number one option for the Spurs, because with Sacramento, he was their number one option. You're not the number one option on the Spurs. And going forward, the Spurs are going to have to do some soul searching and decide. Dylan Harper needs to be the starting point guard next year. Just plain and simple. He needs to be the starting point guard next year. And I don't know what they could get for De'Aaron Fox. but they need to make that transition now. And it's like it's almost he's almost redundant because you have you have Castle and you have Harper who can both bring the ball up the floor, and that really kind of makes Fox expendable. I don't know how they get out of this. I don't know if they could do some type of trade. They just signed him in August 2025, so he's only been on the team. They just got him, but they're going to have to make a determination with that. And that was the biggest complaint that I have. It's like, why is Fox on the floor? Why is Fox on the floor, not Harper? And I know that a lot of people, he's just a kid, he's not ready yet. When the lights were the brightest, I think it's safe to say, Torch, Harper was the second best player on the Spurs this year. There could be an argument between him or Castle, but in these playoffs, Harper did big shot after big shot after big shot. And when he took it to the hole, there was nothing they could do with it. So they got a dilemma on their hands as far as what they're going to do with Fox. I can't put him on the bench. I can't have him coming off the bench. You got Keldon Johnson, who was the sixth man this past season. So they have a lot of soul searching to do after this collapse, Torch.
To jump, I'm gonna be very honest with you, Marcus. We had a guy. Well, I sent you a message this morning. My biggest pet peeve of this finals is exactly what I've done and know how to do, and learned from the best on how to do. Shout out to Tawan Slaughter, by the way, who dominated in this state when it comes to girls basketball. Yes, I'm not one ashamed to say that I learned how to coach basketball from a woman. I'm not one that's shamed to say so. Tawan Slaughter, who also was on the Los Angeles Sparks as a WNBA player. Shout out there. Coaching was the biggest problem in this one. Big problem. Major problem. It's a problem so much to the point where, Marcus the Alphabets, I'm going to be real with you. This is one of those moments where I kind of wonder now, did the Spurs thrive because of the young core? Because basketball is a game of runs in which we had conversations about positionless basketball. I bring this back up again. Folks, I don't know if they really understand what positionless basketball has done. Secondly, because you have a 7'4" monster in Victor Wembanyama, who is a one of one. There's not many players that look like Victor Wembanyama in the league for two. And the third thing that stands out to me is just talent in general. Did this team go this far because of that? Because if I had to go by coaching in the finals, I've got to question whether Mitch Johnson should even be the coach next year. It's one of those conversations. And I know this is a young team, but if we're going by pattern, because teams are going to get better. Teams are going to get better. Teams are going to get young. There's teams with 13 and 16 first and second round picks coming up. OKC. There's teams that are going to get better. And this reminds me, pattern-wise, of the start, if you keep Mitch Johnson, of a Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills. That's what it's starting to look like to me. And I know a lot of folks about to turn their head, and I'm about to hear a lot of comments in this comment section. And here's why I say this. When you have talent that you can't get over the hump because you can't make critical decisions at the most critical times, that don't sound like Sean McDermott to you? That sounds like Sean McDermott to me.
The person who the comparison
that
I would
sounds
make,
huh?
the comparison that I would make would be, well, see, first year. Look at what Mike Vrabel did. I mean, you went to the Super Bowl in your first
you know
year.
What? That's even better. I like that comparison. That's an even better comparison. My thing is just pattern. I'm talking about from the start, the foundation of pattern, where we saw like year 1, year 2, Sean McDermott gets him to the playoffs.
This was his first year. This was his first. You can't say it can't be a pattern after 1 year. Now,
no. I'm talking about patterns that I've seen in past.
Yeah. Now,
that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about patterns I've seen in past.
But some stuff so unforgivable. Some stuff is like so unforgivable. You're just like, dude, like, I understand this is your first head coaching job, Miss Johnson, but this is inexcusable. Some of the substitutions that you made, some of the. My biggest thing, and to reiterate, was the giving Fox too many minutes. I just thought that when you saw the damage that Harper was doing and how he shined, and how he thrived under the biggest lights, you gotta ride your stallions, bro. And to me, it's just like, okay, Harper would go off and he would kind of save them, and then you would take them out and you would put Fox back in it. Look, I get it. Follow the money. They're looking at, he's our highest paid player. We've got to give this guy these minutes. But Harper grew up this year. It was almost like he wasn't a rookie. By the time that the playoffs started, it's like he wasn't even a rookie anymore. He looked like a 5-year vet out there. So again, with Mitch Johnson, they've got to sit down. They've got to sit down with Mitch Johnson, and they've got to work out this De'Aaron Fox ordeal, because I can't have my highest paid player be the 4th best player on my team. Right now, Wemby's better than you, Harper's better than you, Castle's better than you. So you're the 4th best player on the team, and you're the highest paid. You can't have it. You just that cannot happen. So they're gonna have to.
Marcus, you're being very nice. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're being very nice. I told you we're gonna watch the emotions today. That's on the show. You're gonna see all the emotions today on the show. One is you're being very nice right now. De'Aaron Fox is not. You said the 4th best.
Look.
No.
I think 4th best is fair. Who else? Take Wemby, take Harper, take Castle out. Champagne's more of a 3-point specialist.
Vassell and Champagne both played better than him. And I don't even know where the hell the vessel went. I don't even know where he went. De'Aaron Fox. See, you being nice. I'm not gonna be that as nice.
I'm not gonna say Champagne's better. I'm not gonna say Champagne's better. I am. Champagne's a 3-point sharp.
I don't care. I am. I'll say
overall. Champagne can't bring the ball up the floor. I
don't care. Neither. Hold on. Watch this. I don't care. You want to know why? As a coach, I don't care. And this is why I'm gonna say this. First of all, De'Aaron Fox is a veteran. We need to judge. We need to judge and criticize him as a veteran, not as a 1st or 2nd year rookie. We need to criticize him as a veteran. So with that being said, as a 7-year veteran or more that De'Aaron Fox is, I'm going to tell you right now that I would have rather had my 2nd-year players in more than De'Aaron Fox. So if you ask me who's better right now on that team, I'm telling you De'Aaron Fox is not the 4th best player on that team if I have to do that, because I have to criticize him as a veteran. All of them is say, I can make a compilation right now of De'Aaron Fox oops, a lot of oops in this series from De'Aaron Fox, where I didn't see Champagne making those same oops. I didn't see Vassell making those oops. I didn't see Dylan Harper making those oops. I'm telling you now, I would have rather had those 4 on the floor than to have De'Aaron Fox at $50 million, by the way, on the floor.
The thing about it is Champagne's a starter and so's a Vassell. So they were going to be on the floor anyway.
That's okay. But he's not, I'm talking about when lineups. Marcus, it don't matter who's a starter, who's not.
Would you start Keldon? You got to look at. Would you start Keldon Johnson over him?
Who?
Keldon Johnson, the 6th man of the year.
The 6th man? Yes, I would have rather put him on the floor. You want to know why? Because I'm going to get more energy from him. Let me tell you, basketball is a game of energy. I'm going to get more energy and more impact from him as a 6th man than I did from De'Aaron Fox this whole entire series. Let's be clear. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people are going to be like, don't just blame De'Aaron Fox. I'm not just going to blame De'Aaron Fox. I said, number 1 is coaching, Mitch Johnson. I'm going to be honest with you, though. Mitch Johnson's coaching in the finals needs to be studied. It needs to be studied, and not for the right reasons. Not for the right reasons. I guarantee you right now, in the offseason, there will be a conversation whether they keep him or not. I guarantee you. That's number 1.
There needs to be. There needs to be a conversation.
Number 2 is clearly De'Aaron Fox. Clearly. I mean, Ray Charles could see this. Prince can see this. Michael Jackson could see this. And I don't like to speak on the dead, but rest in peace to those people. But they could even see, De'Aaron Fox, buddy, I'd ship you right back to Sacktown. You'd be going right back to Sacktown. You so used to mediocrity, when you get a chance to actually shine, you resorted right back to being mediocre again. Mediocre.
No, sometimes because you're the what it kind of reminds me of is when Kevin Love came over to the Cavaliers. You were the number 1 option with Minnesota, and then you come over. It's like, dude, you got all of those shots over there. You're never going to get that many shots over here. Normally, San Antonio does very well with personnel moves. This is the case here. They were so hungry for a point guard that maybe the best point guard that they could have had in this situation was Chris Paul. I don't think Chris Paul makes those type of mistakes because Chris Paul's more of a distributor anyway. He's not looking to score anyway.
Marcus, they don't. I told you this in the message I sent you earlier. If we're being honest, okay, Castle was a litter box this series. Castle disappeared. I'm sorry. I gotta put the onus where the onus needs to be.
He was averaging 17 points a game. What are you talking about in this series?
Sir.
Now this game, I don't think even
the quality of potential that we was giving Stephon Castle coming out of, you know where Castle came from?
UConn.
Out of UConn, right?
Yeah.
And all the potential that we gave this young man, what I saw in the finals, see, it ain't just about points. You mentioned in points. It ain't just about points. It's about body language. It's about defensive prowess. That defensive prowess that I saw him in Minnesota, the series against Minnesota, the series against OKC, I did not. And right on cue. I did not see that. Excuse me?
He shut down SGA.
You said what?
He shut down.
Listen carefully what I'm saying. See, I told you we're going to see emotions today. I just said the defensive effort that I saw against OKC and against Minnesota was better than what I saw in this finals from Stephon Castle. I'm saying that he actually did a good job in those 2 series prior. What happened? You're the biggest moment and you don't show up?
Well, I think part of it too was I thought he kept Brunson under control most of the series. But here's the difference between New York and OKC. Who was the second option for OKC?
Oh, see, hold on now. Wait a minute now. If we doing that, who's the second option? Sir. OKC has multiple second.
Okay, the guy who did the second most damage, their guy who was supposed to be their number 2 option, he was Jalen Williams didn't barely play, and Chet Holmgren was like Casper the Friendly Ghost. He disappeared.
Absolutely agree. I absolutely agree.
In that series, they focused all of their energy on stopping SGA. You could not do that. You could not do that versus New York because you had other guys that picked it up. You had Cat a few games. He played out of his mind. You had who's the cross-eyed boy? I can't even think of his name. That played with Brunson in college at Villanova. I can't even think of his name. His name is
Josh Hart, sir?
No, no. The other guy.
You talking about that?
No.
Josh Hart played with him at Villanova.
Okay, so the other guy. They both they had another guy that
with
played
Josh
there
Hart.
too. It wasn't Josh Hart, it was somebody else. I can't think of his name.
DiVincenzo is on Minnesota, sir. There's only 3 Villanova boys. It's Brunson, Hart, and DiVincenzo.
Well, they had other people that could step up. You had Cat, who actually put up. Chet Holmgren was scared out of his mind. He was supposed to be the second best player on that.
You talking about Miles Bridges?
Miles Bridges he played some good minutes. You couldn't just sit up there and be like, we're going to shut down we're going to shut down SGA. We're going to shut. I can't hear anything you're saying.
I said, wait a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, just because you play good minutes don't mean you play good. Miles Bridges, they gave up. Put your hand up. Put your hands where my eyes can see. Straight Buck Wilding in the place to be. 5 first rounders for Miles Bridges. You telling me that I got 5 first rounder performances from Miles Bridges?
No. What I'm saying though is after SGA, there was nobody in that last game in the clincher.
And yes, Miles Bridges did go to Villanova. I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. They did not have the depth that New York had. It's like once you took SGA out the game, that was it. Chet Holmgren was scared senseless. And Jalen Williams didn't even play. With that, you had other people on New York. They were trying to focus on Brunson, but then you had other guys who were hitting threes or whatnot. Miles Bridges and Josh Hart. You had other guys that could step up and they were doing things. So I think that's what that was. Castle had a good series. But last night he chose to have his worst game at the wrong time, and that was last night. He had his worst game last night. I don't even think he had any points in the first half. He was like 0 for 8. He started off the game like 0 for 8. So you can't have that. And then you have Fox just pissing down his leg. It was just bad, man. But again, New York, the experience, you could just see it. They were the better coach team, and Brunson just. Where does this move Brunson at? Where does this move Brunson to? That when we talk about New York sports figures, okay, we talk about Babe Ruth and we talk about, I don't know, maybe Eli Manning, maybe David Tyree, Michael Strahan, or whatnot. This certainly, in my opinion, moves him over. This moves him over Patrick Ewing, right? This moves him over Patrick Ewing. John, some of the legendary Walt Clyde Frazier and John Starks and the Charles Oakleys and the Patrick Ewings.
Marcus Betts, you really think you slick? You do think you slick? You're gonna wait 45 minutes into the show to want to ask about where does this put Jalen Brunson As far as you talking about, as far as the Knicks organization or New York sports in general?
New York sports in general, and then for Knicks.
Okay, well, guess what? I'm about to
Okay.
put you on the game. Ready?
Okay. Okay.
Jalen Brunson is number 1 in the Knicks organization. Number 1 all
Okay.
time. That includes Patrick Ewing, Clyde,
Okay.
Walt Frazier, all of those. It includes everyone. He's numero uno, sir.
Okay.
There is not a more impactful player in Knicks history than Jalen Brunson. Okay? Not one. Okay?
MVP.
And I mean that.
Finals
And I
MVP.
will argue that, and I will argue that to the death of me. By the way, for all those folks who thought that Jalen Brunson was too small as a guard, yada yada, I'll ask you this. I'll ask you this. Do y'all remember a week ago or two I told you I would take Jalen Brunson over SGA?
You did say that. You said you take him over Cade. You said you take over Cade Cunningham too.
See how that flourished. See how that flourished. There's a reason why some things flourish. Okay, it's called watching. It's called eye test. It's called knowing. Okay, knowing the game. Jalen Brunson is number 1 in Knicks history. Okay, number 1. As far as New York sports, that's hard because there is a lot of baseball legends in New York. That's tough. But I will tell you that I will put him over Joe Namath if you want. Oh, I'm sorry, that's New Jersey. The Jets don't count as New York sports, and neither does the Giants.
No. Well,
I
if
don't
that's the
count them
case,
as New York sports.
if you're gonna go that
They
way,
are
then
East Rutherford,
New
New
York has
Jersey.
never
They are not New York.
New York has never won us a Super Bowl.
No, they have
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Which is the reason why I started off this whole show with 1 of 3 have been checked off. I said 1 of 3, right? So that's tough because then you're going to have to go down the baseball greats. And then you're going to have to look at hockey and the New York Rangers. And you're going to have to look at the Rangers greats. And then you're going to measure Jalen Brunson to those names. And then you tell me. I will tell you Jalen Brunson is a top 7, though, all-time great New York.
How long has he been with the Knicks? How many years has he been with the Knicks?
Jalen Brunson was moved from Dallas to New York, and was it COVID?
Was he traded for the Porzingis? Was that the Porzingis trade?
I'll find out right now because I don't want to give up.
I think that was the Kristaps Porzingis trade.
I don't want to disseminate the wrong information.
What do we think about Trae Young being a point guard for San Antonio? I think they've got their point guard, Dwayne. Their point guard next year needs to be Dylan Harper. He needs to be the starter next year.
So the answer is he moved in 22.
Okay.
He became a Knick in 22.
Okay. He came from Dallas?
Jalen Brunson became a Knick in 22.
Was that in the Porzingis trade?
No, he was a free agent.
Okay. Wow.
No, Jalen Brunson was a free agent.
Okay.
Dallas let him walk. Dallas let him walk.
Well, at the time they had Luka.
Now, watch this. You know what's so funny?
Yikes.
You know why they let him walk?
Who was the point? Who was the point at the time? I'm trying to think who their point was at the time. Why
Dude, come on, this is simple. You should know this. Even if you ain't a basketball connoisseur, you should know why he walked. I want me to tell you?
What was it?
Luka Doncic, sir.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Like,
so they let Jalen Brunson walk, Luka Doncic, right? Luka Doncic, and then what happened? Luka Doncic.
Did they trade Luka? Did they trade it?
Traded a couple years later.
Wow.
And Cooper Flag is now on the Dallas Mavericks. Now, could you
And,
imagine Jalen Brunson, Cooper Flag, and that company?
well, in their defense, they thought they
And,
also had
and
Kyrie. They have
in
Kyrie
their
now.
defense, they had Kyrie. Well, guess what? That's funny.
Okay.
That's funny because guess what? There's conversation. Kyrie may not be a.
Yeah. And they got one of the Splash Brothers too. They were injured this year. That's what really hurt them.
Marcus, damn, Marcus. Dallas just be messing up a lot, huh? Dallas just be, yeah. You know what? I think we have come full circle to something. By the show of hands, how many people believe that we should blame Marcus the Alphabets for the Dallas buffoonery? Seeing that he has a left and right hand that could reach to Dallas and fix all those problems. Marcus the Alphabets, why you didn't go to those organizations and get them right? Why you ain't smacked them around, Mr. Alpha Man?
Trust me,
Mr.
if I have a one-on-one, trust me, if I could have a one-on-one with Jerry Jones, and if I could have a one-on-one with Jerry, although I'm actually kind of happy with what Jerry's doing, but yeah, the Spurs.
Oh, you're happy now. You're happy now.
Yeah, but getting rid of Luka, that was tough, man.
They got rid of Brunson and Luka, sir.
Yeah.
Extra trash. Dumpster juice, extra garbage.
Yeah, that was
garbage.
Yeah,
and then you got rid of Jalen Brunson, and then he just went ahead and beat your Texas counterpart in the finals. Go ahead, extra booty cheeks for that. I mean, it is what it is, though. By the way, you said Stephon Castle had a good series. That's what you said. You said
I thought he had a decent series.
Marcus the Alphabets, he had a good game one and disappeared afterwards. 13 points in game 2 is not good, sir. And you were at home the first 2 games. What do you do in game 3? I'm waiting. You can go ahead and tell me. What do you do in game 3? What do you do in game 4? What do you do in game 5? Go ahead and tell me. I'll wait. You said he had a good series. I'm not saying that. Because by my expert opinion and by my expert eyes, sir, Stephon Castle could have had a better series too. He was a litter box. And we ain't even gonna talk about 7-4 Wimby. We
17 points in game 1, 14 points in game 2, 23 points in game 3, 13 points in game 4, and 6 last night. And 6 last night. 6. That's what I said. He had a decent
game 3 was his best game.
He averaged 16 and a half points a game. 16 and a half points a game.
See, Marcus, when you score 23 points in game 3, your stats look pretty good. But you ain't talking about how he only scored 14, 13, and 6. That's damn near more than half of the series, sir. No, Stephon Castle was a litter box. And on top of that, if you think 17 points is good enough for Stephon Castle, where was Stephon Castle drafted? What
number
Brown?
2 or number 3? First round?
Who?
First round? The entire playoffs, he averaged 16.7 points a game.
I'm talking about the Knicks. No.
Okay, I'm saying that was his average. 16.7. He scored in game 1 against OKC. He scored 14. Game 2, 13. Game 3, 24. Game 4, 17. Game 5, 16. He was averaging around 15, 16
so
points.
Guess what, Marcus? Guess what I did? We just talked about patterns, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the pattern? Did you see the pattern in what you just said?
Yeah.
Game 1, 2, 3 was his best game. Game 3 was his best game. Game 3,
was
right?
He was also tasked to cover SGA. Look, we can't just look at score. We can't just look at scoring. You also have to look at. You have to look at defense too.
I just told you this.
So what did the Bulls used to do with Michael Jordan?
Oh, we not see.
No.
Hold on.
What is that? What they would do with him?
What they talk about emotions.
Okay.
We are definitely not bringing Michael Jordan into this conversation.
What I'm saying is, when I'm telling you, I want you to go cover the best player on the other team, and then I want you to go out and go get me another 15, 16 points. I think that's pretty damn good. Michael, even the great Michael Jordan, who
That's
I
funny
love,
because he didn't
what
do
they
it. Hold
would
on,
do.
watch this. Hold on, Marcus. And that's
Yeah.
funny because he didn't do it 3 games in the series against the Knicks. What you just said, that last sentence that you just said, he didn't do it for 3 games in that series.
Okay, when you're playing against the best, you're told to guard against the
Marcus,
best.
I'm going by your expectation. You just said, hold on, folks. For those who just was watching right now, we just heard Marcus' last sentence say, I want you to go guard the best player and give me 16, 17 points a game. That was your comment, came out of your mouth, right?
Okay.
And I'm telling you that he didn't do that 40% of the series. So if you don't do something 40% of the series that you expect, is that a good series to you, Marcus?
Guard SGA, and then in the next series, guard Jalen Brunson. Yes, I think that's pretty damn good.
Oh, you think 40% is pretty good, huh? That's what you think?
When you're guarding, what do we rate? Okay, guard the league MVP, and then go score another 16 points. Okay. And then guard the finals MVP and get 15, 16 points.
Marcus, the alphabet C in basketball, let me tell you the mentality, sir. The mentality in basketball is different from the mentality in football. Let me tell you, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a human being just like me, sir.
Okay. And here's the other thing as compared to football. Here's the other thing compared to football. While I'm guarding the best player on the team, and I get in early foul trouble because I'm running through, trying to run through screens against this guy. And I'm running around expending energy. I think 16.7 points a game.
You mean SGA, who was flopping the whole series?
That's what I'm saying though. When you're in foul trouble.
Well, hell, here's my point. Stephon Castle is bigger than Jalen Brunson too, ain't he? He's bigger than Jalen Brunson, and he's bigger than SGA, right?
And that's how many we just saw in the last game. Karl-Anthony Towns had 3 fouls in the first 6 minutes of the game. What the hell did he do the entire game? Okay,
and
so I'm saying though, it's not like it's not like football. I can't go out and have a whole. You're telling me to guard the best player on the team, and I get in early foul trouble. And I'm missing minutes out the game because now you got to ration my minutes. You got to ration my minutes now. So now I can't score points because I'm sitting on the bench 5 minutes into the game. Castle would come out in the early part of the game and hit a couple of 3-pointers, and they would jump up. And then later on in the game, he's in damn foul trouble. He's out the damn game. So again, I think Castle played a hell of a series.
I'm sorry, Jonquel Jones numbers ain't good enough for me in the finals when you step on Castle.
When you're playing against
when
you're playing against the MVP of the MVP, where do we have Jalen Brunson at as far as players in the NBA? When we talk top three?
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Hold on, Marcus. Here we go with the emotions. Here we go with the emotions. Marcus, you didn't have Jalen Brunson. Wait a minute, Marcus. Where did you have Jalen Brunson last week before the finals? Don't you lie, neither.
I said Jalen Brunson's a hell of a player.
I don't want to hear he's a hell of a player. Where did you have him? Answer the question.
I said top 6, top 7.
You had him top 6, top 7? You're gonna have to show us, sir. I want the receipts that you said he was top 6, top 7.
Top 7. I said that. Top 6, top 7.
Okay. All right.
I'm about to jump on a phone call, so don't get disturbed by it, okay?
Okay.
What up, man?
I tell you,
what's good?
Professional jokes with the man with the Caleb.
But you're telling the guy.
Do you see this, Marcus? Do you see this? He literally had the mat. I cannot. Do you see this mess? We got Devon Stanfield on the show. Devon Stanfield, what's up?
Hey man, I'm chilling, man. Life is life.
You want a guy to average 16.7 points a game and then guard the best player in the team, best player in the other team. But you don't get the same you didn't say the same thing about Karl-Anthony Towns, who had 3 damn fouls in the first 6 minutes of the game and basically was irrelevant for the game.
What's this? Now, not once did you hear me give Karl-Anthony Towns any. Did you hear me once?
but the thing about it is,
No, you mentioned them. You mentioned them.
okay,
I'm
yeah,
going by what you saying.
okay,
I'm taking your
okay,
your
okay. He
diatribes,
was not
and
as much
now
of a fact. He was not as much of a factor in the game
hold on,
because
and
he's
I'm putting
guarding
hold on, Marcus.
Wemby.
Hold on, Marcus.
He's
Hold on,
guarding
Marcus.
Wemby.
And I'm hold on, Marcus, and I'm putting the
Hey,
microscope.
hey, what are we trying to accomplish with this argument? Because eventually I want to talk about I want to talk about being right with everything I said, but I'm gonna wait.
So I don't really think there's much accomplishment in what we're talking about, more than understanding. I think there's understanding that we're trying to get to more than an accomplishment. The understanding is when you're Stefan Castle, right?
Mhm.
And you play for the team that you play for, right?
Mhm.
And you're a first round guy in which you have high expectations of. I don't give a rat's ass about, oh, well, you got to go guard SGA or you got to go guard Jalen Brunson. The reason why I say that is because you still have to be impactful on both ends of the floor. I don't
Okay,
give
so let me ask you this.
if that's the case.
And this is not
Hold on. Let me finish. If that's the case, then you're giving this same, and I hate to bring this person up, but then you're giving this same rhetoric to a Caitlin Clark. Then, if that's the case,
no. Well, hold on.
why would you
Let's
tell me
let's
that?
back this up. Back this up, Dre. So let me ask a question before you get to the end of this soliloquy about Stephen Castle, which I think is wildly unfair, personally. But let me ask this one question. Given the youth of that team, how much of Stephen Castle's success is predicated on coaching? Like how responsible are you as Mitch to put Stephen Castle in the best positions to be successful?
See, if you would have came from that angle, if Marcus would have came from that angle, I might actually have more of a okay understanding of that, because I am the person who literally sat up. I stand on business that Mitch Johnson's coaching finals should be studied for all the wrong reasons. That being said,
Definitely.
Mitch Johnson is very responsible for that. Very much so. Very. As a young player and young core, he is very responsible for that, which is the reason why I also asked Devon, if you was in here in the beginning, I said, how much of the San Antonio Spurs success was talent versus coaching? Because if we had to go by what we saw in the finals, I start to question, well, how much of the coaching had this big impact on success? So my answer to that is a lot. He should be putting Stephon Castle in the right places. Which gets me to De'Aaron Fox, by the way. Damn. I like how you no, Marcus. No, you did this. You started it. So now you gotta take what's coming with. First and foremost, number one, if you're a real legitimate coach and you're smart enough, I wouldn't have had Stephon Castle guarding Jalen Brunson the whole series anyway. But here's the thing, Marcus. I watched De'Aaron Fox guard Jalen Brunson too, and he got blown by.
Okay, and that is why, and that is why Dylan Harper with his young legs should have been guarding him. Dylan Harper should have been guarding him.
And guess what? I can agree with that, because when you seen Dylan Harper guarding, Jalen Brunson, it was a different energy. Remember, I just told you, basketball is about energy. It's about energy and mentality.
Well, hold on. Wait.
The game of basketball.
Let's not. let's not deviate from the core fact here. Because if you want to go with the Dylan Harper argument, you could go with the Dylan Harper argument in terms of him being ultra effective against Brunson in game 3, but they tried it in game 4 and it didn't turn out well.
Well, I think
So-
anytime you're playing against a great player, I don't think you can ever just put one player on them. It's like we're gonna give
So
you a whole bunch of
this goes
different
back
looks.
to my point. That goes
Okay.
back to my point, Marcus.
Okay.
I don't understand for the life of me. This is what I was ultimately getting at with my question to Dre. I'll just jump to it because I want to hurry up and get to the point where I'm tearing you to shreds, Marcus, because I really got some things that I want to get off my chest. That I want to enjoy this laughter.
Okay.
I don't understand how you, in a storied franchise like the San Antonio Spurs, with Tim Duncan and David Robinson sitting in the crowd and on the bench in practice every single day, with Greg Popovich sitting in the box. How you as Mitch Johnson, who emotionally willed these guys to the finals, could not make simple adjustments that if you studied your predecessor, you knew that was a part of his wheelhouse, his inventory. Throwing different players. So this is my problem. In games 1 and 2, Karl Anthony Towns was a monster. And then he slowly faded out, and then the consistency piece was always with Jalen Brunson, right? But then slowly Karl Anthony Towns faded out because he had to play a different role, a much more physical role, not to mention he was getting beat up. They were being ultra physical with him. So the monster switched from Karl Anthony Towns to OG Anunoby.
Which is the reason why I did not give Karl Anthony Towns a whole bunch of data boys. Thank you. You getting to my point.
If you look at game 3, the elbows that Karl Anthony Towns caught, and the lack of foul calls, the huge disparity in foul calling that happened in that game, and where Karl Anthony Towns went after that, it's like he went into a different place. It was like, yo, I'm not looking for the stat sheet anymore. I'm looking to do what the team needs. And that's exactly what he did. It didn't always show up on the stat. It didn't show up on the stat sheet, and it definitely didn't show up in game 4 and 5. But then you look at OG Anunoby. Huh?
Who are you talking? You talk about Karl Anthony Towns?
Yes.
And he got put in foul trouble early. Because again, you had
God awful. I'm gonna be honest.
your scoring took a back seat because you had 3 fouls in the first 6 minutes of the game.
But guess what? That refereeing, that officiating was god awful, and I'm gonna be honest.
I agree with you.
Hold on. If I was an NBA coach and I saw that, I probably almost would have got ejected. 24 free throws to 8 free throws in a finals, and I'm at home, and you're the refs, is absolutely deplorable. That is deplorable. That makes zero sense.
I would agree. I would agree, but even in the same,
I'm gonna explain why that doesn't make sense. You ready? Would you say Jalen Brunson is one of the most driving point guards in the league? Would you say that he drives the ball the most?
He is. And he doesn't flop like SGA.
You mean to tell me? Huh?
And he doesn't flop like SGA.
Oh,
when you say driving, you mean
you're do flop.
You're saying that he attacks the basket more. I'm asking a question. Are you asking me, does he attack the basket more than the majority of point guards at his position? That's what you're asking me?
Question. That was a rhetorical one. You know the answer is yes.
Well, I mean, when you match him up against when you compare him to players like De'Aaron Fox, Ja Morant, Kyrie Irving, would you say he's Ant-Man? Are you trying to tell me that he attacks the basket more than them?
One of the most attacking point guards in the league. I would say yes. You know how many starting guards there is in the league? There's 64. So out of 64, Jalen Brunson would be a top 10 attacking guard in the league. Yes, absolutely. And I stand on business on that. There's no way you can tell me different. I've watched him way more than enough to know. Yes, my whole point to that was if that's the case, and yes, he does flop like SGA, Marcus. Yes, he does. Jalen Brunson is known for flopping, sir.
I don't know
I'm
if
gonna
he
be
flops
honest.
more than SGA.
This is just me being legit. Was he
SGA is like
flopping like that? Was he flopping like that in the finals? No. But has he been known to flop? Yes. My whole point is, if that's the case, then there's no way in the hell you can tell me that with a finesse center who drives the basketball like Karl Anthony Towns does too, because Karl Anthony Towns' favorite thing is to start at the 3-point line, give you that hesitation fake, and go to the rack. That is his
which he was doing ultra successfully in games 1 and 2.
Yes,
he had huge success in game 1 and 2.
So then, if that's the case, you're not telling me there's no way that the whistle wasn't you couldn't blow the whistle more. In order to get 8 free throws, do you know how many times the whistle has to blow in order for you to get 8 free throws?
At least 4. At least
4 times. 4. That's not. I didn't say they made 8 free throws. I said they got 8 free throw shots, which means the whole 4 times. But if it's a 3-point play, it's 3 times. So
I was gonna say technically it's only 3 times.
You're not telling me essentially. You're not telling me in an entire half that whistle was only blown 3 times. That's crazy work, Marcus.
It is when you sit out the entire. He set out the entire first half.
But that
you had
shows
3 fouls. You had 3 fouls in the first 6 minutes.
To show you how crazy that is.
You're definitely out the first quarter.
You see how crazy insane that is on one side to blow the horn 3 times. That means that whistle should have been blown a hell of a lot on both ends. But that obviously wasn't the case in game 3.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
There's a way of officiating. You know this in football. You can tell when the refs gonna let some shit go, and you can tell when they're not, when they're gonna be whistle heavy, right? Yeah, if Karl Anthony Towns had 3 fouls in the first minute, what did that seem like an indication of?
That they're being very ticky-tacky. That's kind of like not calling holding in the end zone that would get you a safety. But anyways,
oh my God, here we go with that.
It's kind of like that, when stuff like that's not called, and then you complain that you were cheated out of the game because of the interception. But yeah, I understand though.
Hold on. How often did Cat guard Wemby this past series asking for MFers that don't watch basketball all like that? Yo. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Like, De'Aaron Fox is a veteran guard. If I'm the veteran guard, Mike is the alphabets. See, and this is where we get into basketball talking mentality and stuff. If I'm De'Aaron Fox, I'm taking the initial assignment of guarding Jalen Brunson because I'm the veteran guard.
Yeah.
It's a mentality. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because he didn't, it's a trickle down. Because he didn't, then you see Stephon Castle having a guarding, right? Just like he
getting in foul trouble, right? And getting in foul trouble, which cut down his minutes, which cut down his scoring.
Cut down whose minutes?
It cut down his minutes because he was sitting. Because he was sitting. Yes. Because you're sitting.
Marcus,
you're sitting.
Tell me, now here's my question. You ready for this?
Yes.
How could Stephon Castle been in foul trouble when the whistle only blew 4 times?
How many fouls did Castle have?
Marcus, you can't make this serious. Marcus, come on, Marcus.
But here's the other thing.
You talking about this foul? You stretching it a little bit.
No.
When it comes to Stephon Castle.
What hurt Castle last night is he started off 0 for 8, and they're like, okay, You've been our second leading scorer. We can't rely on you right now. We can't rely on you. Castle was 0 for. He started off 0 for 8. Then he was missing free throws too.
Right, and that has nothing to do with being in foul trouble, going 0 for 8. 0 for 8.
No, last night. No, last night he just played like total dog poop.
So what about the game that he only had 13 points? That has nothing to do. And Castle wasn't fouled out in that game either. Castle didn't have 5 fouls in that game either. Matter of fact, I almost want to say Castle didn't have 5 fouls in no game in this series. So what foul trouble? You go ahead and tell me what foul trouble.
He had 4 last night. He had 4 last night. He had 4 last night.
4 don't mean you in foul trouble.
Depends if you get 3. If you get 3 in the first half.
If you get 3 in the first half, but go ahead.
The game before that he had 5. The game before that he had 4.
4.
And the game before that he had 4. And the game 1 he had 3.
And 3.
So he averaged 4 fouls for the series.
4 fouls for the series. Marcus, that don't mean that you're in foul trouble.
Okay. All right. I just say again, it depends on.
I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm not being an asshole. I'm being for real.
It depends on when you get. It depends on when you get.
Right. It depends on when you get the foul. It depends, like a Chris Brown song. It depends on when you get. Yeah, like a Chris Brown song. If you got 3 in the first half, you go ahead and tell me what game in the series did he get 3 in the first half. Then go ahead and tell me.
Because Cat fouled out last night, right? Cat fouled out last night.
Huh?
Cat fouled out last night.
Who did?
Karl-Anthony Towns fouled out last night.
Guess what? The job was done. It didn't matter. Yeah. The job was done. Yeah. He can foul out again, and that's why you didn't see me do this when it came to Karl-Anthony Towns either. You didn't see that. I'm telling you why. I told you why. And Devon just came on here and reassured exactly why. First 2 games, pretty good. 3, 4, and 5, diminished.
Yeah.
You're a veteran. Karl-Anthony Towns is a veteran, by the way. He's not a first, second, third year player. Again, I told you the way we critique people is different. If you're a rookie, I'm critiquing you as the rookie guy that you are. If you're a veteran, I'm critiquing you.
But then you're saying that that Castle had a crappy series and he didn't.
Yes, because I don't care. Listen, and this is where this is what I'm telling you. If you are a veteran that is that has been looked upon highly, like Stephon Castle was looked upon highly, and you have high potential, I'm critiquing you off that potential. I don't care if you first or second year player. And Devon just came in here and told you again. Did you hear what Devon said? He said Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and Greg Popovich is all in the building. So guess what? I gotta critique you off of that too. We're talking about 3 of the greats in one building. Tell me how many other. Wait a minute. Tell me how many other teams get the luxury of having 3 greats in the building all at the same time. How many? I'll wait.
I'm trying to figure out why we still focusing on Stephen Castle and Karl-Anthony Towns when you literally had. No, I'm just saying you literally had the San Antonio Spurs shooting threes again, like they were a 3-point shooting team. Like this alludes back. This is me and Marcus had a conversation, and Dre, you were ultimately a part of this conversation. Eventually, me and Marcus had a conversation leading into this series. And I told Marcus, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stand on it. Marcus can vouch for it. I said San Antonio is a much better matchup than Oklahoma City, because Oklahoma City has experience. They play defense, and if Jalen Williams is in any way healthy, I don't think that the Knicks will come out of that series the victors. I said, but if San Antonio gets there, they're so young and so emotional, they're gonna if anything is going well for them, like the threes in the first half, they're gonna feel like they can sustain that for an entire game when they haven't done it.
We're the Golden State Warriors now. We're the Golden State Warriors.
When they have not done it the entire season. You were the 14th ranked 3-point shooting team in terms of efficiency for the entire season. You're middle of the pack at best versus the team that ranked number 3. And even the Knicks know when to stop shooting them. And they were ranked number 3 in the league.
Von Stanfield, get to the fucking point and tell him that Victor Wembanyama should have got his big 7-foot Gumby ass down there in the paint.
No, that's not what I'm going with. Get out. That's not what I'm going with. It's not that simple for me. I'm going with somebody should have walked down on that sideline and did what Rick Brunson did to Mike Brown in game 3 and tell him, hey, man, what the hell are we doing? This ain't how we got here. Why are you doing this? Rick Brunson literally told Mike, stop fucking crying to the refs, bro. You need people on your staff that's not yes men to bring you back to what you do well. And what I'm saying is, what I'm going with is, yes, the Spurs had a young team. Yes, they made a lot of mistakes. Yes, they got out-coached in some games. Get out.
Here's a blessing thing to bless your hair. To bless your back.
I'm on a call. Thank you, buddy. Sorry.
Good.
Yes, they got all this stuff going on. But at the end of the day, they also have the structure, the franchise, and all of the information in that building to have righted what was going wrong real time. They had the ability, and they just nobody stepped in and said, hey, this is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. So for me, I would love to put it on Wemby.
Hold on,
it would make me know. Hold on. Let me finish. I would love to put it on Wemby because I don't like Wemby.
You still damn bad about that game ball.
I am.
I still mad about that game ball.
Hey, Marcus.
Yeah.
Didn't I not tell you the last show that the only way the Spurs was coming out of this unscathed was if who got on the bench? Who did I tell you?
They should have put Fox's ass on the bench, man. Fox.
I told your ass. Why you think I told you that? I'm saying, why do you think I told you that? I told you that for a reason.
Yo, you know who's smiling? You know who's really smiling right now? You know, like there's a lot of people smiling right now, like smiling graciously.
The entire city of New York City,
yeah. Everybody in New York, everybody. It's not just New York City. Everybody in New York State is clamoring right now. They're loving it. Everybody. But you know who's really smiling right now in silence? Mike Brown. You fired me for calling out the guy that won me the championship, and he didn't even play for me when I won it. You fired me in Sacramento, a place where I didn't even want to be in the first place, for calling out a guy that is simply playing with low IQ. And what we're not going to do is we're not going to act like De'Aaron Fox wasn't having exceptional first halves, but just like the rest of his team, thought he could carry it into the second half.
Yeah. What did I tell you about Mike Brown the other day when you was on here?
I'm still gonna say it. Look, I'm gonna say it. I want this on wax. I still think Mike Brown is an average ass coach. You do not get credit because Mitch Johnson's goofy ass because Mitch Johnson's goofy ass lets his team keep shooting threes. In the words of Denny Green, when they lost that game, and Denny Green, y'all remember that? If you want to crown his ass,
they are who we thought they were. They are.
You want to crown his ass, crown his ass. You're not getting credit.
Look, respect. No. There's a difference between crowning and respect. So, Marcus the Alphabet, let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Let's not act like he's.
Wait a minute. I got a perfect analogy for you. No, Marcus, I got a perfect analogy for you, and this one's gonna hit home for you, sir.
Okay.
As a militant man, you should understand very clearly if your enemy keep doing the same stupid shit, and you take advantage of your enemy doing the same stupid shit, and you come out and you win that battle. Should I give you respect for that? Should I give you respect for that?
Respect, but I'm not.
A little bit. Wait a minute, Marcus the Alphabet. You telling me?
Hang on. I'm gonna give you an analogy. I'm gonna give you an analogy. Is Bill Belichick a great ass coach because dumbass Pete Carroll wants to throw the ball on the 1 yard line? Does that make him a great coach?
No, what makes him a great coach is that he's a great coach.
I'm saying though, winning that Super Bowl was the easiest Super Bowl in the world because you got a goofy ass opponent who did the wrong thing in the wrong situation.
Easy. That Super Bowl.
They should not have won that game. They should not have won that game. The Seattle Seahawks. It should Bill Belichick get a whole bunch of props because Dan Quinn is letting them still keep throwing the ball when they're up 28-3. Does that make him a great coach? You know what I'm saying? So you got a couple of breaks. You got a couple of breaks.
Marcus, yes, it does make him a great coach. You want to know why it makes him a great coach?
Because he was there.
Because the greats take advantage of everyone's weakness. Hold on. So watch this. If that's the case, and I hate to go here because you know how much you really don't like wrestling. But is Flair great? Is Triple H great? Is Randy Orton great? I'm just wondering. Go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell me. They not great?
Well, you're using a sport that you're using a sport that predetermines the winner. But if that's the route that you want, if that's the hill you want to die, you want to go in.
Hold on. So Serena Williams, is she not great? Is she not great?
Who?
Is she not great?
Who?
You heard me. I said Serena Williams. Is she not great?
She's great.
Because Serena Williams took advantage of people's weaknesses, sir.
She did.
I mean, go ahead and tell me. Now. I'm just wondering, Devon.
Can you spell out those weaknesses that she took advantage of?
Hey, Devon. You know what? In high school, when you was playing, and in college, when you was playing teams that was stupid enough not to guard you the way they should have, and you were taking advantage of them and giving them 30 buckets. We got to de-appreciate that a little bit, not give you the same credit. Because, dumbass coaches couldn't decipher where they should have been guarding you on your left hand instead of your right, and you was blowing by them, getting to the cup and doing what you wanted to do. That makes you less great. That sound right to you, Mark?
It's a little bit different in individual. It's a little bit different in individual sports. So, but I
said basketball. I said
basketball. Mike, look, I'm gonna say this. Look, I'm gonna say this. And I know this is gonna sound like a hater move. Mike Brown is aight. He's aight. He's aight. Look, congratulations, you won. Congratulations, you won. But it look again. Rick Brunson had to come off and tell you to stop being a goofball. Rick Brunson, one of your assistant coaches, told you to quit being a goofball. And you, how long is Mike?
You didn't even know he did that, Marcus. You didn't even know he did that.
I remember when Mike Brown used to lose games when he was the coach of the Lakers and the coach of the damn Cavaliers when he had LeBron James. I remember that he still couldn't win nothing. We about to sit up here and make this into a Mike Brown glorification show. Mike Brown's all right. You got a couple of breaks because Mitch Johnson's a goofball. Okay, Mitch Johnson's a goofball. But congratulations congratulations to the Knicks. It's well deserved. You know, we laugh and we joke. I'm happy for the city of New York for y'all to get this victory. It's well deserved. You know, 50-something years, starving for a championship. You know, it was. You know, I know that there have been. You know, you've had the Giants. You know, in the Eli Manning era that won a couple of championships, but congratulations, man. Just congratulations. I think I'm losing Dre. I think I lost Dre. But we wanted to do a show for y'all, Rick. Everybody took off on me. Okay, it's all good. But thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. We wanted to talk a little bit of basketball last night. Didn't really get a chance to do it last night because
all that damn hating caused a defect in my damn computer. You was doing all that damn hating just now.
No.
All that damn hating just caused the whole defect in my computer. You doing all that? Mike Brown, that dude Brown. He over here doing the dude Brown.
If you want to crown his ass,
is his connection messed up too?
Yeah. Connection messed up too? Is it messed up now? I mean,
I can't hear you.
He won the chip, didn't he?
Okay.
And yes, Mike Brown coached the Cavs to the finals. He just couldn't get them over the hump.
I don't think that Mike Brown's
he just couldn't get him over the hump with LeBron, but he got him over the hump with Jalen Brunson.
I don't think he's a subpar coach or an average coach.
I told you, Mike Brown matured. And so what if Rick Brunson came over there and told him that? No,
why do I have to tell? How long has he been? How long has Mike Brown been coaching for? How many jobs has he had? He had the Sacramento job. He had the Lakers job. He had the Cavs job. Wasn't Mike Brown on the Spurs? Was he on the Spurs coaching staff?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
I know I saw his Mr. Potato Head ass.
I cannot. We done found. Hold on, Devon. We have identified the weakest link. The weakest link is emotions right now that he got for Mike Brown somehow. Somehow, Marcus don't like it. Marcus,
he's a good coach.
What you don't like about Mike Brown? Go ahead and tell
Mike
us.
Brown is a good coach.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Marcus?
Yeah.
I got a funny question. You asking about how many coaching jobs he's had and how long he done coached. Would you say the same thing for Gino Auriemma? Because, I mean, Gino Auriemma been coaching for 20, 30 years, right? And Gino Auriemma have his moments too, right? Didn't he just have his moment this year?
He did.
Didn't he have one this year too? Oh,
he did. Okay. And it was a terrible look.
You
want to know what Mike Brown is? You want to know what Mike Brown is? Mike Brown is Nick Sirianni with a better demeanor. That's what he is. Mike Brown is Nick Sirianni with a better with a bald head and a better demeanor. That's what he is. That's what he
And it was at this moment we realized that Devon Stanfield, that idea that you came up with.
That's what he is. No one considers Nick Sirianni.
If you don't mute his ass.
No one considers Nick Sirianni. No one considers Nick Sirianni some genius ass coach because he won a Super Bowl.
Mute this man.
I know. I told you. Look at
That's what he
I told
is.
you.
I feel like I'm watching Half Baked right now, and I'm Bob Saget, and I'm like, boo this man. Boo.
That's what he is.
This man is funny. All right, come on with it. Let's go. Let's get to this. Let's get to it.
We're gonna try to real quick. Look. Right after Mitch Johnson, I'm gonna give a majority of the blame to Mitch Johnson, his inexperience, even though he's been on the Spurs coaching staff with Greg Popovich, one of the greatest coaches that's ever lived. But right after that, De'Aaron Fox, bro, at $49.5 million a year, bro, you were the weakest link. You were the weakest link, and it's a shame, man. And again, we talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the show. The Spurs got to do some soul searching this off season because with his salary cap hits, 49 this year. That's what he made this year, 2020 for 2025. He makes 53.4 next year, 57.4 in 2028, and 61.3 in 2020. And he just signed his contract in August, this past August, which is, basketball season, right before the season started. So the Spurs have some soul searching to do with how great Harper played this year, and then you got Castle too. He's kind of redundant. Would there be a team that would be willing to go out there and trade for this guy? I don't know. I just think with the emergence of De'Aaron Fox. But what I saw when we talk about, make a football comparison to this, a guy who just robbed a team, a guy who just robbed a team, that would be Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. Either that or Ryan Fitzpatrick. One of the two, which you choose who the hell you want. But that's what he did. You robbed them, and they're stuck with you. So
you cannot make the comparison of Kirk Cousins to De'Aaron Fox because Kirk Cousins doesn't lose you games.
Okay, who you got there?
I say he's Tua Tagovailoa.
Ooh. Oh, with the money, yeah.
The money, the highway robbery, and the losing of games, and if you looked at his playoffs, the last two series, he was dealing with an injury, so he's technically not as durable as you would prefer either to be making that amount of money.
Okay. Dre, who you got in the NFL? Who's the De'Aaron Fox of the NFL? Who's the De'Aaron Fox of the NFL?
Just let me make sure I get this on the screen when I say this. So I took the liberty to go ahead and do all this. Y'all see this? Mm-hmm. De'Aaron Fox, costly mistakes. This is just in game 4. It's just in game 4, sir. Look at this shit. Look at this. Somebody look at this. Somebody look at this. Man, that's a hell of a lot of mistakes to be making in a game 4. And yes, the injury context too comes into play as well. Which is the reason why Mitch Johnson should be even more of a fool for not taking him off the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
He is Danny Dimes. He is Danny Dimes. He robbed them for $40+ million, gave you
I think I got another one for you.
Series or one game.
I think I got another one for you.
Marcus, shut up. You better not say it.
Nope. Justin Herbert. I'm not gonna. I know you were thinking I was going to say Josh Allen. Josh Allen has played.
No. Hell no. I wasn't. Hell no. I thought you were about to say Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, has he even been to the playoffs?
Josh Allen.
No, I wasn't going to say that. No, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert. No, Josh Allen.
Kyler Murray went to the playoffs his rookie year, didn't he? Or his second year.
I'm saying though, Justin Herbert, every time he has gone to the playoffs, has played atrocious. He played atrocious, and then you are the second highest paid. Well, third now that Patrick Mahomes has got paid. You're the third highest paid quarterback in the league now. Justin Herbert with 0 playoff wins. Justin Herbert. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Justin Herbert. He'll play good all year long, and he gets to the playoffs, and you're like, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing?" You're sitting like, "What are you doing?" So, do you have the before we get up out of here? We got like.
I'm gonna stand on this Tua Tagovailoa thing because Tua makes blunders, and clearly De'Aaron Fox has a history of blunders.
Yeah.
But he's making a crazy amount of money, and he's not durable.
Yeah.
about Wemby more than either. I need to put this on wax too before we make some predictions.
Why are you on the perimeter? Why are you on the perimeter?
In Dallas Cowboys. But I want to say this: we watched the transitioning.
Yo, I thought you were about to say something else when you started with trans.
What could be an NBA great, but I'm starting to have my reservations on Victor Wembanyama myself. And I know y'all gonna be like, damn, that man done did this, that, and the third, and now you want to have reservations?
It's his third year. What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. It's like what?
It's his third year.
Here's my reservations on Victor.
Bro, it's his third year. What are we talking about?
That's nice. Third year. Congratulations. Third year has nothing to do with mentality and attitude. What I saw from the Western Conference Final to the finals is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I saw a man go from somebody who elbowed what the hell is his name? Why am I blanking on Minnesota's
the dude from
the forward from Minnesota?
What is his name? I can't even think.
I totally forgot his name. Devon, you should know his name. I forgot it.
Jaden McDaniels.
No, it wasn't Jaden McDaniel. Nope, it wasn't him. It was the other guy. They power forward. I forget.
No, it wasn't Rudy Gobert. It wasn't Rudy Gobert.
No, it wasn't Gobert. It's the other guy.
It was Jaden McDaniels.
Watch, as soon as we get off the show, I'm gonna remember it. Okay, so anyway, I watched him go from elbowing that guy and us saying, well, that was only his first offense, so he shouldn't get suspended, to a guy who looked like
Nas Reed.
Very questionable for being a dirty ass fucking player.
Nas
I
Reed.
watched the maturation.
Nas Reed. Okay, Nas Reed.
Yeah.
That to me speaks volumes. His attitude in the finals is god awful atrocious for a basketball player. And if I'm Greg Popovich, I would have a major sit down with Victor Wembanyama after this. And I would bring Tim Duncan and David Robinson in the room and tell this mother that he got to chill immediately.
That's not
because in order to be the face of a league and in order to be that guy,
you can't be a dirt bag. You can't be
doing the shit that I see on video. This motherfucker has about 5 clips of dirty shit during the finals that is just outside of his character that we seen before the finals.
Yo.
Is it fair to say? Let me ask y'all this.
Wait. Why are we saying that this is outside of his character? We don't know what his character is.
Well, that's the point. Now we don't know what his character is. You're right. We
never knew what his character was. He's a dude from France. He's an introvert from France. That, if we being honest, he reminds me a lot.
Is the guy he elbowed, by the way, Nas Reed.
We already said that. He quite honestly, he reminds me of the Jokic brothers. Like, those ain't dudes that you want to see outside of the NBA.
Is this also fair? Because the reputation of European-born players, and look, it's changed a little bit over the years, but what has been our perception of European-born players?
That they saw
generally, right?
Right, but the fact of the matter is the European game is very physical.
I understand that, but I'm saying in America, generally American players think of European players as being soft. So maybe with that, when we talk about somebody being out of character, maybe he's trying to change that narrative of I got something for you. I'm just saying, can we look at something like that and think, okay, maybe in his mind he's saying, okay, because he gets beat up a lot too. Now, I think something for him to when you talk about, I'm hoping that. Look,
say that again, Marcus. I think you just touched on it. He gets what a lot.
He gets roughed up a lot too. He gets roughed
See,
up a lot.
that's my point. That's ultimately my point. I think that when you are that age with that level of experience in playoff basketball, what you lose in translation is when you get to the playoffs, everything that you knew from the standpoint of officiating kind of goes out of the window. And so calls that you're accustomed to getting in the playoffs, you're not necessarily privy to those calls, especially when you haven't paid your dues in terms of being in the league long.
Yeah.
And I think that we're thinking about this a little bit too deep. I don't necessarily think he's dirty or an asshole. I don't like him, but he might be an asshole. I don't necessarily think he's dirty though, but I think that that the playoffs brought out his humanity. Like
he cries a lot. Every time you see him, he's hugging.
To that. I got a lovely rebut to that one. Devon, I can respect what you just said, and it sounded good. The diatribe was great. The way you disseminated that information, I tell you, you could have sold a bestseller right there. It was New York. It was New York bestseller. It had it written all over it. But I got a question. In order to be the greats of the greats, right? You said being young and being physical. I could have swore that the game was physical 20 years ago. I could have swore the game was physical 20, 25 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Follow the flush, right? Follow me. Follow me. Follow me, by the way. Did you see Michael Jordan doing shit like that? Did you see Kobe Bryant doing shit like that? Did you see other great young players doing shit like that? I'm just wondering. Just for shits and giggles. And I could have swore the league was more physical 20 years ago.
I'll tell you who I did see who did get like that was Shaq. When they start doing that hack of Shaq shit, when they start doing that, they would intentionally do a hack of Shaq. And look, whether this is fair or unfair, George, when you're the biggest guy on the floor, there's a lot of times that they don't make calls for you because they're like, well, he's the biggest guy. I have seen it I used to watch this with Cam Newton. Cam Newton did not used to get certain calls because you're the biggest dude on the floor. I used to watch Shaq get roughed up because he's the biggest dude on the floor. And Wemby's kind of going through that. I think that the thing that would serve him better.
But you have examples right in your locker room. This is why I don't know. I'm not buying that shit. I'm sorry. No offense. I get what you're saying, but I'm not buying it. If he didn't have the examples of David Robinson and Tim Duncan, two of the bigger players in the league, you telling me they didn't get roughed up? They wasn't physical. They didn't get physical. You didn't see them acting like that. You didn't see them acting like that, Marcus. You did not see. Hold on. Marcus, you did not see Tim Duncan literally purposely putting himself under jump shooter's legs to make sure that when they land, they twist their ankle. You seen that from them? Like that. No, you didn't. You didn't see that type of mess. Did you see them walk off the court and not shake hands with the other team, even if they lost? Did you see that from them?
No, but I saw LeBron do it. No, but I saw LeBron do it. I
saw Zaza Pachulia do it.
F LeBron.
Okay, now you're saying
LeBron, when it comes to class and sportsmanship, fuck LeBron. He ain't in the same atmosphere as Tim Duncan. He's not in the same atmosphere as David Robinson.
But I'm countering what you said. You said, have we seen a guy who a lot of people, not myself, and obviously not you, a lot of people out there, not me, not you, feel like LeBron James is the greatest player, in history. I don't think that. But he acts a lot like that. It's 6'8", 6'9", 260 pounds, and he walks off the floor without doing it. So my advice to Wemby would be like, I'm with you, Torch. I think this offseason, again, the Spurs are going to have to do some soul searching. One, they got to decide what they're going to do with Mitch Johnson. Me personally, after that loss, that loss in Game 4, I would have fired his ass. That's how mad I was at that moment. I would have fired his ass right there on the spot. But
wow. In the middle of the NBA Finals,
I would have fired his ass. I would have been like, Popovich.
In the middle of the NBA Finals,
I sure would have, and I would have told Popovich to coach from a tablet in his house. That's what I would have did. I would have fired his ass. Pop, you're gonna coach.
I gotta come to first grader. That's mine.
That's what I would do. But that's how I was feeling at the time. I was very upset at the time. But
that's mine.
One of the biggest piece of advice was you need to Wemby needs to get in the gym, bro. That's one of the biggest things, because you're getting part of the frustration with him. Yes, he's tall, he's 7'4", 7'5", whichever, but the dude is rail thin and he gets pushed around a lot because even though he's tall, the dude is flimsy, bro. He's flimsy. And we did see Michael Jordan get up in the gym. We did see Kobe Bryant get up in the gym and put some functional muscle on to be able to take the pounding that they were going to take, because when you're the best player, people are going to target you. That's just what it is. People are going to take.
Kobe Bryant put on 40. Kobe Bryant put on 40 points in one offseason. I mean, 40 pounds in one offseason.
That's what I'm saying. Michael Jordan too. He started lifting weight.
Yo, telling Popovich to coach from a tablet is crazy, Michael.
That's what I have, a coach from a tablet. That's what I'm saying.
James is not the second greatest player of all time. But
who said that? Who said that?
Daryl Gilliam said that, and I guess it's subjective. I mean, you wouldn't be okay. How about I say this? I don't agree, but you wouldn't be wrong.
There would be a lot of people out there that were
wrong, but I don't agree with that. I personally don't agree.
Wait, what? What's the statement?
I personally don't agree.
He said LeBron's the second greatest player of all time.
I just think when you break down context,
it's arguable.
There's a lot of people that.
It's a debate. It's a debate that he's the greatest player of all time. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can make a solid argument. My thing about comparing him to Mike is if you go by rate instead of volume. But yeah, LeBron is the all-time leading scorer. Look how long it took him to get there, though.
Yeah. Look, even when Kareem was the all-time leading scorer of all time, I didn't think Kareem was. So I'm damn sure not gonna let.
He went to 8 straight. Okay, he went to 8 straight finals with 3 different teams. Okay. And Daryl, again, this is why I just said this is subjective, but I will preface it and give you one better. Are you telling me that if Michael Jordan didn't retire, the 2 years that Houston,
Mike might have 8 in a row.
2 years that Houston won the championship, are you telling me Chicago wouldn't have made the finals those 2 years? Because if so, that means Michael Jordan would have went to the finals 8 straight times as well.
And won it 8 straight times because he wasn't losing to Houston.
You're telling me that the Bulls wouldn't have made the finals 8 straight times? That's what you're telling me?
Who was in the?
In the finals?
It was Orlando,
and New York. Orlando and New York.
Orlando and New York was the only 2 that really stood in that ever even stood.
No, they're the ones that went. They're the ones that went to the finals.
You're telling me that the Chicago Bulls. You telling
me the 2 years that Mike was gone, New York went the first year. New York went the first year, and then Orlando went the next year.
Who did Orlando and New York play in the Eastern Conference Finals those 2 years?
New York played Indiana, I think. Is that who they played?
Because Chicago was one of them. Let's not forget that the Bulls went to the Eastern Conference Finals
The infamous Scottie Pippen throwing a chair down the whole full court.
Yeah. You sure about this? I mean, come on. Context matters, my G.
And I want to say
get
the
you.
Miami Heat. I want to say the Miami Heat with Mourning and Hardaway.
Nah, I don't see that. I don't see that because again, I don't see that. You said he woulda, they would have. Do you see my point? No, I don't see that point. You know why I don't see that point? Because I see what Michael did the 3 years prior and the 3 years too, and they still had the same team. And they still went to the Eastern Conference Finals without him. So no, I don't see that. I don't.
Well, hold on. They didn't just go to the Eastern Conference Finals. They also replaced Michael Jordan with the number one player in Europe.
Well, hold on. No. That's cute. That's cute that he did that. Okay, Daryl Gilliam. That's funny. If that's the game we want to play, then how about I play this game? Paul George.
Stop.
Paul George. Right? Okay. I'm naming players. Okay. I'm gonna name players that LeBron went through to get to those 8 finals. Ready? I'll name them. Victor Oladipo. Paul George.
Can't hear, man. I can't hear.
I can't hear Devon.
What you mean?
I couldn't hear what you said.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, I thought you did. I'm naming players that
I'm listening to you.
James went through to get to the finals, to get to those finals. Who was the best players the years that they went? Go ahead.
What, Derrick Rose?
If you can't name the players that he went through, then that tells me everything I need to know. Who was an all-star at one point? Oh my goodness, sir. There's a difference between playing all-stars and all-time greats. Two different. There's two totally different. That is two totally different things. But go ahead. Again.
Did he ever beat those the Detroit Pistons? They were all broke up by then, weren't they? Because that was a team that was putting belt to ass when he had ended up leaving Cleveland and going to Detroit and then Boston.
He beat the Pistons 1 year with the turnaround threes, and then got swept by the Spurs.
And then he also got beat down by
majority of the time the East was weak. Dude, majority of the time that he went to those finals, the East was weak.
So it was a cupcake conference?
Yes, he making it
was
seem
a
like
cupcake conference.
I wouldn't say it was a cupcake conference, but it was very top heavy. So the best team, and then the best teams often, because of the record arrangement, the teams that would have given him problems ended up playing each other and beating each other up. So the Bostons would end up playing the Detroits and so on and so forth. And every now and then you get like an Indiana team with Roy Hibbert and Paul George, and he run into those. But I mean, by the time he got there, it's youth and physicality. I mean, it's not really a comparable situation. Although
it is fair to say, if somebody wants to say that LeBron James is the second greatest player of all time, I'll listen to that argument. I'll even listen to. I don't agree. If somebody wants to say,
I'll listen to all them arguments, because I think that there's an argument to be made.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's do this. Because we already been on for nearly 2 hours.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. There.
We got to start taking phone calls because these comments, some of these comments need to be addressed.
He said with players who can't beat him in a one-on-one. Daryl.
if we're
Okay,
playing,
sir.
if we're playing,
All right. All
are
right.
we playing street ball or
We agree.
NBA basketball? If we were doing that, then somebody like Harold Miner or J.R. Ryder would be the best player in the
You know,
NBA.
I
But
hate when people say that stuff because the worst player in the NBA will probably give you 60.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we're just doing one on one, yeah. I mean, what was it? LeVar Ball said he beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1. He goes, I just back his ass down. I don't agree with that, but I mean, when I'm 6'11" and you're 6'6", yeah, I'm gonna,
It depends on who get the ball first. If Mike get the
right,
ball first, he might not see that thing.
right. 10 times and 5 of those trips came with Cleveland. Okay.
All right, where else we going with this conversation, Mark?
Okay, so there's his opponents there. Real quick, because we're at 2 hours and I got to get ready to shut it down. Let's look at this. We'll do the Dre, pull up the Packers schedule and real quick. I want to do this in like this win or loss, and we'll compare the records. I'll write it down because I want to keep. We already did the Bills. We'll do the Cowboys on World Class Wednesday. Well, let's do the
Like Adrunas Agauskas wasn't on that. Oh, see, I cannot.
let's do the
Michael Jordan wished he would have had Adrunas Agauskas as a big man. What are we talking about? What? Dude, no.
Zerunus Ilgauskas is he had Wemby-itis. Zerunus Ilgauskas got to the NBA Finals and start shooting threes too.
Just again.
And then
Derrick Rose wasn't a bum, but Derrick Rose was injured too. And by the way, timeout.
And then you got Chris Bosh in Miami. Michael Jordan would have loved to have had Chris
Derrick
Bosh.
Rose is one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Go ahead. All right.
Pull up the Packers schedule real quick, Torch, and we'll do that before we get ready to get up out of here. I want to. I
like how you wanted to start with my schedule and not yours, but it's cool. We could go with my team schedule. I see what you did.
We did the Bills on the first.
Nah, why you ain't do the Dallas schedule? I mean, San Antonio was in the finals. Why? You want to give?
Hey! I got a resolution. I got a resolution to all this. Pull up the Bears schedule since I've posted a picture where people can see half.
Jesus Christ, no.
Pull up the Bears there. That's fine.
Pull up the Bears schedule first. Let's go there.
Oh, wait a minute. Timeout. Oh my goodness, Daryl. If you keep commenting, we're gonna have this debate all night long.
Post the comment.
Sir, you don't win 66 and 61 games respectfully by just one player. Stop trying to tell me that the Cavs team that he had was just bullshit. I hate when they do that. I hate when people say, well, that Cavs team did not. It was just LeBron. Bullshit. You don't win 66 and 61 games respectively by not having a team. Stop this. I cannot. Bro, you can't make me sit up here and ignore that y'all won 66 and 61 games. And who was y'all coach? And who the hell was y'all coach?
Wasn't it Mike Brown?
On top of the fact, bro, stop this.
It was Mike Brown, wasn't it? It was Mike Brown, wasn't it?
He know who the coach was. He know exactly who the hell the coach was.
I want to see the comments. I want to see how ridiculous this stuff looks.
Why he's sitting
in real time,
trying to be slick. I mean, it's smooth. It sound good.
I got a specific sound effect that I would like to use when I'm looking at comments like that.
Now let's get to this Packers schedule since you wanted to.
I can't hear you, Dre.
Hey, oh, by the way, was Mo Williams an All-Star, sir? Since you brought up All-Stars earlier.
That's preseason Cardinals preseason. Scroll up, Dre.
Hold on. Yes, Mo Williams was an all-star, sir. And he was an all-star. But go ahead. Keep going. Keep naming players. I know he was. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Why the hell you wanted to do this? I don't know why you wanted to do this. We could have stayed on some San Antonio, Texas stuff today.
So we've been talking about San Antonio for 2 hours.
You ain't want to Texas out, huh? You ain't want to talk about no more Texas disappointment.
No. Again, congratulations to
You
Mike.
go ahead and just
Congratulations.
say you didn't want to talk about him no more.
Oh, we did talk about it. Congratulations to Mike Sirianni. Congratulations.
Sirianni, I cannot with you, dude. I cannot with you in this Mike Sirianni shit.
Mike Sirianni.
Hilarious. Mike Sirianni. This is hilarious. Cannot. All right. I think we got it here. Preseason doesn't matter. All right, let's go.
All right. Just real quick, winner, loss, and then we're gonna add it up, and then we'll give you the final record. So pull up the post up the
got it right there.
All right.
Here we go. Right there. Yeah, allow that.
Week one.
Minnesota.
Packers at Minnesota. Dre, win or loss?
Loss.
Okay. D, win or loss? Did we lose him? Okay. I'm gonna go.
Kobe won with him. I said, Kobe won with him.
Say what now? I'm gonna go. Kyler Murray. Yeah, I'm gonna give the Packers the win on that. I'm gonna give the Packers the loss on that one there. No Micah Parsons.
You tripping. First of all, the Packers is beating Minnesota. You thought you was slick. You just wanted to see if you was gonna go right along with that.
No Micah Parsons. Hey, no Micah Parsons.
We losing to Minnesota.
Yes. No Micah Parsons. No Micah Parsons, and probably no Josh Jacobs. You do know Josh Jacobs is probably going to be.
Yes, I know. Right? Which I want to go smack Josh Jacobs right in his head.
Okay.
I'm like, dude,
so who is your starting running back? If I were y'all, I'd be calling the Cardinals trying to get maybe a James Conner. No Micah Parsons and no Josh Jacobs and a brand new receiving core.
We'll call Marshawn Lynch out of retirement.
Okay. So you gonna take a dub for that one?
Yo, hell yeah, we winning against Minnesota.
Okay. All right. I'm giving you a loss there. Week 2 at the Jets.
Terrible.
I'm gonna give y'all a win for that one. What you got? I'm hoping you got a. You gonna take a win for the Jets?
I know you want Chicago to win the division again, so I'm just gonna take that one.
I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog in the fight. You taking the?
Yes, you do. You from Chicago? Stop lying. Over here trying to lie to the general public.
Win against the Jets.
They're not losing to the Jets.
I agree. So you said okay. So you got yourself at 2-0, and I got you at 1-1. You said you're gonna beat the Vikings and beat the Jets. I got you a loss versus the Vikings and a win against the Jets. Okay, week 3, Atlanta Falcons.
We're not the Bills. We're not losing to Atlanta.
I got y'all beating the Falcons too. Tua Tagovailoa, and James Pierce might be suspended. So week 4, Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay. What you got, Dre? That at Tampa Bay. What you got?
That's a dub. Mike Evans not on that team no more.
No. And
Yeah, that's a dub.
Baker Mayfield might be sitting out because he wants to get paid. So you got yourself at 4-0. You gonna start off 4-0?
Yep.
Okay. At Tampa. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a win on that one too. Week 5. You're hosting Chicago. Micah might be back by then. He might. They said he's probably going to miss the first month of the season. Hosting the Bears, Court.
Unnecessary. All right. I know you the Bills, man. I get it, Daryl. Chicago. That's a W because it's at home.
Okay. So 5-0. You started off 5-0. Okay. All right. I hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Week 6. Hosting Chicago. Hosting my Cowboys.
Marcus, you know this is a loss for your team. I don't even know why we having this conversation. You know, Michael Parsons will be back for this game.
I don't know why when we I don't know why when he's coming off an injury and we tied you last year. That
was in Dallas, sir. You got to come to Lambeau.
Okay.
There's a difference.
So you're gonna start off 6. You're gonna start off 6.
And we beat your ass when we go to listen, Jerry's World. We literally own Jerry's World. Literally. We allowed you to tie that year. That was an emotional. Michael Parsons just left your team. Y'all played with a spirited effort, yada yada yada, and still ended up with a tie. So you didn't get the job done. You just tied
against the worst defense, against the worst Cowboys defense in history. Against the worst Cowboys defense in history.
Man, and that's a testament. That's a testament to Jerry Jones. I tell you, that's a damn testament to that damn leadership and management that y'all got over there. God awful ass defense. I bet you. Hey, is Trayvon Diggs still on your roster?
No, he went to y'all, and then y'all cut him and saw because y'all saw how sorry he was. And I told you he couldn't run no more.
Exactly my point.
I told you. Oh, he's going to be great over here. He can't run anymore.
My point. Oh no, we thought he was going to be all right, and then we found out that he can't run, and it's over.
I told you that when he came. I said he can't run no more.
I mean, you did say that. I give you that, and he's gone. He's out of here. He can go to the CFL. The CFL's hiring.
All right.
UFSL, FSL
is still a free agent. It's still a free agent.
Yeah, it's still a free agent. He's playing for the Toronto Argonauts right now.
Argonauts. At
or the
Detroit.
Houston team, huh? Detroit.
At Detroit. You got yourself undefeated right now, 6-0. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you will not be 6-0. I can guarantee you will not be 6-0 at this point.
That's gonna be tough because the maturation of Detroit, we're gonna find out this year what Detroit is about, especially when they're healthy. Detroit's been a pretty good team in Detroit. I'm gonna say that's the first loss.
Your first.
It will not be against Minnesota. It will not be against Minnesota. It will not be against Dallas, and it will not be against Chicago and Lambeau. Absolutely not.
All right. Did they beat y'all in Lambeau last year?
Nope, sure didn't.
No.
No.
All right. Week 8. You host Carolina. What you got?
We owe a lick back to Carolina for last year.
So you're gonna get back to your winning ways?
Yeah, we getting back to winning ways against Carolina and Green Bay. Absolutely, we're gonna get back to winning ways. Michael Parsons will have a record day with 6 sacks in that game against Bryce Young. He will be terrorizing that team all day long, and twice on third downs, especially. He will end up with 7 sacks by week 9, and he's only played 2 weeks. Weeks.
I'm gonna give y'all the win. I'm gonna give y'all the win against Carolina. I'm gonna
bring him right along with the totals of everybody else by that time. No, I'm just playing. Michael Parsons is not gonna have no 6 sacks against Carolina.
He's really not.
And you ain't Carolina gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball. Nah, I'm just messing. But they are gonna beat Carolina.
I'm gonna give you a loss against Carolina.
You,
Week nine.
I almost called you an a-hole just now for that, sir. You got them losing to Carolina in Green Bay. You're tripping. In Green Bay, you're
Carolina.
tripping. Okay, go ahead. New
Carolina
England, we beating that ass, and we going right to Foxborough and beat that ass. Foxborough can kiss it. They already know when they play Green Bay. They know what time it is. Too. We own the Patriots too. By the way,
I'm gonna give you the win against Carolina and the loss against New England. You gonna go with a win
against Carolina?
We losing 3 games.
Patriots, huh? We losing to the Patriots. Marcus, you want to put a nice little healthy wager on that? You already probably gonna owe me about 2 or 3 wagers.
I told you that. I told you that. I told you we're not going to beat. I told you that you were not going to win the division. I told you that last year. Who's in week 10?
That's the only thing you won last year, Marcus the Alphabet. I win more bets against you and everybody else. You know what? Come on, it's all good.
I also told you that that you were going to lose against Houston. I also told you were going to lose against Denver. I said that too, and Denver in the playoffs.
Oh, you're talking about the Bills, right? I never wagered that though. I never wagered either one of those games. You ain't telling me that.
I didn't have the Bills. That was against sir. That was against Devon. That was against Devon. Devon said that they would beat Jacksonville. That they would beat Jacksonville, and then I told them next week they were going to lose to Denver, and they lost.
Professional.
Week 10. Week 10. Who's in week 10? Minnesota again. I had you losing to Minnesota week 1. I'm going to give you the win. I think you split versus Minnesota. Are you gonna sweep them? Or are you gonna
No, we winning in Lambeau. We're not losing to Minnesota in Lambeau.
Okay, so you're gonna sweep them next year.
Beat that ass.
Okay. All right. Scroll up to week 11. I can't see who the next scroll up for me to week 11.
Down.
Yeah.
It's all good.
The Rams.
So we're gonna get a bye week, and we're gonna be 8-2 at best. I think we're gonna be 8-2 by the bye week. And the Rams, we're gonna lose to the Rams.
Okay, you're gonna take the
Rams, especially if Aaron Donald come back. Oh Lord,
man, lordy. The week after that, you at New Orleans.
Then we're gonna take our frustrations out on the Saints.
I got you a win for them too. Week 14. I can't see that. Scroll down again, please. I can't see who that is in week 14. Who's in it? Buffalo. Buffalo.
This is the Daryl bet. This is the me and Daryl bet.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
You gonna rock your Bills beanie and scarf on that one too?
I cannot wait. I see you got jokes, Marcus. I see you. Man, you just can't let certain stuff go. See, that's all right.
Is it in Buffalo or is it in Lambeau?
Lambeau.
It's in Lambeau.
Yeah. Again, Daryl knows what time it is. He don't have to pay it.
You gonna take the dub?
I can't wait for that pizza and $50.
Ooh,
it's gonna be hilarious.
I'm gonna give y'all the L against Buffalo. I think Buffalo gonna be.
So you went. Oh, so you already showing your allegiance again. You did this last. Oh, you got to keep your allegiance with Daryl this year, huh? You with him in the Chicago.
I have no dog in the fight.
With the Buffalo allegiance.
I have no dog in the fight.
Losing to the Bills.
No dog in. I have no Brady Bills. I have no horse in this race. The next week,
this motherfucker got us at 4-5. Wait a minute. You got us at 4-5.
No, sir.
You know what? That's okay.
Let me see here.
I can't wait. You know what?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nah. Daryl, you are officially public enemy number 1 when it comes to my Green Bay Packers. You are officially. I thought Dennis Holmes was a public enemy number 1. You have officially taken over the spot as public enemy number 1. You out when it comes to my damn Packers. 4-5, sir. You're tripping. You know what? I can't
Week
wait.
15, week 15, week 15 hosting the Dolphins, Torch.
The Dolphins is getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be fun to see Malik Willis though. I hope Malik Willis has a decent game, but they get their ass whooped.
Okay. The next week at Chicago.
And this is where I think Green Bay may lose.
You gonna give them an L there?
Yeah. I think we split Chicago.
I'm gonna give you the loss on that one too. And then week 17. Who's week 17? Scroll down. I mean up.
17 and 18.
Houston. I'm giving you the.
You know what's funny about this one?
What's that?
You know what's funny about this one?
What's that?
I'm so glad that it'll be snowing by then, and maybe
Houston,
pass rushers won't matter as much.
But you got to
Come
stop.
down to who got the better run game. This is gonna come down to who got the better run game and who makes less mistakes.
Yeah.
If I got to take CJ or Jordan, I'm taking Jordan all day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Okay. The best defense in the league. I'm gonna give y'all an L for that. And then what may be for the division championship.
For the division at home in Lambeau again. This is the game we win. We're gonna win this game in Lambeau, in which we're gonna win the division. I think that we are going to be at least 12-5, if not 13-4.
Let me see what you got.
I'll go 12-5, at least 12-5, maybe 13-4 is
9, 10, 11, 12,
Marcus.
13, 14. You got what you got here with the record here. I'm counting. You have yourself at 14-3.
Hey, Marcus.
Yes. Yeah. What's up, D?
The Packers are going to lose to everybody whose mascot's name starts with B or D.
Yeah, you real cute, Daryl. You are public enemy number one.
That's hard.
You better not have the Bills better than my team. I know that.
4,
you better not have the Bills. Matter of fact, ain't you the one that got the Bills this year? 13-4? And you think my Packers is going, bro?
Who had the Bills at 13-4?
This mother. You know what, Daryl Gilliam? You lucky you ain't on the show.
I got y'all at.
I
got y'all at 10. I got y'all at 10-7, sir.
Oh yeah, okay, 10-7.
10-7.
Sounds good. It sounds cute.
14, and you got yourself at 14-3. So we'll see. We will see. We'll do this again before the season because after preseason and all that stuff. This is a way
and some acquisitions and all that other stuff that go on.
Yeah. So
there
it is. We'll do.
Y'all really think? I swear to God, if Marcus the Alphabet, if you got your team better than 10-7 this year as a Dallas Cowboys fan, and you think they're gonna be better than my Packers, I'm telling you right now. You can get the wager too, $50 in pizza on whether they're gonna beat Dallas or not. Go ahead. I mean,
when you're missing your starting running back and your best defensive player.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that changes
things. So this should be then. If that's the case, Marcus the Alphabet, this should be. You should be very confident.
I'll wait though. It's because this is way too early.
I'm
not going to say something in June. I'm not going to say something. Yes.
So are you taking the wager of pizza and 50 or no?
Not right now, I'm not. But right after preseason, right after preseason. This is June, man. This is June. Y'all might go and pull a Myles Garrett trade. Y'all might mess around and get a Myles Garrett trade, and then I'm sitting over here looking crazy. So no, I'm not going to do that. Everybody's
acquire anybody else on defense. That's
if y'all go get Josh Sweat, which has been the talk.
Yeah.
If y'all go get Josh Sweat, my whole prediction over here is going to totally change. So we just do this for fun because this, but we
wait a minute. 12-5. See, that's a Packers-like record. You're damn right it is, because that's what the Packers usually do. 12-5. Yep, on the usual.
So we'll see what's up.
Dallas is going 11-6. You said 14-3 is outrageous stuff.
Yeah, 14
This is in June. This is early.
Yeah.
Listen, I expect my prediction to be off by a game or two. I just said 12 and you just heard me earlier.
Yeah, 14-3. I got you at 10 and 7.
12 and 5 earlier. They'll probably lose 2 other games. It'll be 2 games they'll lose. They'll lose 2 games. They'll lose 2 other games somewhere. And I really think they're gonna be 12 and 5. That's what I really think. I know my prediction right now say 14-3 in June, but I think it's 12 and 5. But it is what it is. They're not gonna be worse than your Dallas Cowboys or them Buffalo Bills. You better stop this bullshit now.
I can't wait till we play each other.
Either one of them teams, I don't give a damn. We beating both of them this year. Nah, I put a bet on that. We're gonna beat Joe team and Daryl team.
Say that the Bears won't win. The Bears won't win the division again. Will the Bears win the division?
Okay, I said
the Indiana Bears.
I said the Chicago Bears not winning the division.
The Indiana Bears.
I'm hanging up. I was about to comment. I'm about to hang up.
Oh, wait a minute, Devon. They winning the division this year?
Man, yo, fuck the business, man. Fuck the Bears.
The Bears?
The Indiana Bears.
Fuck Marcus and the Bears. He keeps saying that bullshit.
He said, "Fuck the Bears."
Indiana
Bears. And Marcus.
The Bears and the Cowboys. Fuck the Bears. Fuck the Cowboys.
I'm not gonna say F the Cowboys because I don't have nothing against the Cowboys right now. I got something against the McCaskies, the Bears, and Marcus Betts who keep throwing this shit in the fucking air. Fuck Marcus and the Bears. That's why I'm glad my ass is from Buffalo and denounce my allegiance years ago.
It's a damn party of F's right now.
Yeah.
Party of
no, they still fight. Look, it ain't fun a lot. It ain't, man. My family in Chicago, they are not happy right now. They are not happy.
Yo, do you understand? The McCaskies can't be seen in the city.
I'm sure.
They cannot be seen.
Y'all might have to pull a. Y'all have to. If I have to pull a Art Modell, y'all might have to pull a Art Modell.
Leave in the middle of the night.
I'm taking them damn Bears to Indiana. Over there to Indiana.
Just wake up in the stadium. Gotta close until further notice. Notice on it.
Man,
he left in the middle of the night, dog.
Did straight up did, man. Straight up did. So we'll see.
Because he knew you can't leave Cleveland and be safe.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Then,
Marcus, did I hear that correctly? Did you say that they're gonna spray paint KKK on the new stadium in Indiana? I'm sorry. Did I?
Yo, I'm done. Yo, y'all going to hell. Yo,
man,
I'm sorry.
I honestly believe at the 12th hour that it won't happen. That's what I'm hoping for.
You hoping that Chicago stay in Chicago?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you better hope that. That's good. That's what should happen. The hell we going to Indiana for?
I get so tired of these. And then you're not even going.
They got the Colts. Indiana has the Colts. Why are we getting another sports team in Indiana?
Yeah, like that's crazy, man.
This is whack. I swear to God, that Caitlin Clark effect is a mean thing, boy. Yeah, listen.
That's crazy. Hell, they were talking about doing the same thing to Kansas City. They're talking about doing the same thing to Kansas City. You already lost St. Louis. You're moving to Kansas City, Kansas. To Kansas City, Kansas from Kansas City, Missouri. Like, come on, what are we doing here? But we appreciate everybody tuning in. We went a little bit overboard, but it's all good because we can do that. But we didn't get to everything. We'll do the Cowboys record and talk a little WNBA, a little WNBA on Wednesday about my homegirl Biles over
All right,
Azzy.
real quick. By the way, Olivia, hold on. By the way, since you brung that up, I have to bring this up. I'm gonna say it, and I don't care.
Okay.
Y'all ain't gonna like me for it, but whatever. I don't care. Olivia Miles, in year one, is better as a point guard, than your esteemed great hope, Caitlin Clark, in year one.
She's
Okay?
also
Putting that
better,
out there now.
She's also better than.
And I'm gonna say it, and I'm standing on it.
Okay.
Olivia Miles is better right now.
Yeah. And she's also better than AZ Markovic.
Oh, AZ Fudd. AZ Fudd, nice though. You fronting this.
AZ Milicic.
Yo, Devon. Listen, sir, you definitely that mute button you're talking about has been programmed directly into the function. Functionality has to have a mute button. Legitimately.
I'm not messing with you because I told you to mute that fool.
AZ Milicic. Look, when you just draft players because you need out of need, that's how you end up with Sam Perkins over Michael Jordan, and you end up with Darko Milicic over Carmelo Anthony.
Marcus, they didn't need.
Marcus, could you picture Seattle having had drafted Michael Jordan instead of Sam Perkins, and then eventually they get Gary Payton and Sean Kemp?
And you already got Clyde Drexler too,
and Detlef Shrimp.
They won the championship.
Well,
you cannot.
They probably don't. You talking about the Portland situation? They probably don't draft Clyde Drexler if they already got Mike.
Oh yeah. But you like you said.
But them other pieces, a point guard and Sean Kemp.
Well, first of all, they ended up drafting Sam Bowie, sir, over Michael Jordan. Not who you said. Who did you say that they drafted?
Sam Perkins.
Sam Perkins.
No, it wasn't Sam Perkins. It was Sam Bowie. It was Sam Bowie.
Yeah, you're right.
It was Sam Bowie.
Yes.
It was Sam Bowie. Yeah, Sam Perkins was the one who always looked like he was sleeping. He had the big old eyes and always looked like he was tired.
That is the worst. Portland still kicking themselves in the head over that. They still 40 years later.
You cannot just draft out of need because you end up with Darko Milicic.
Somebody go ahead and look up Sam Bowie's NBA career and tell me what he did.
Man, I thought it was Sam Perkins, man. I was like,
Sam Bowie, my G.
When you draft for just need, then you end up with Michael Olowokandi as the number one overall pick. That's what happened. That's what happened. You end up with Michael Olowokandi.
Dallas didn't need. Hold on, but Marcus, Dallas didn't need another point guard. They already had Enrique and Gubawale. They already had Paige Beckers.
Okay,
they already.
What's your favorite?
They already had a Zion James. How many damn guys do you want them to have?
What's your favorite phrase? Positionless basketball. We will play with 4 guards on the floor.
Yo, I tell you what though. Hold on though. You know what? You bringing up a whole new topic, sir.
Yo, positionless basketball is just like positionless sex. It sounds good, but all it does is create chaos.
Exactly. Hold on though. Watch this. That was a good one. By the way, Marcus, that's a new conversation you might want to have. Is the WNBA as positionless as the NBA? And my answer is no. Emphatically no.
The thing about
I will say that the WNBA plays more by the fundamentals than the NBA does.
Because 6'6" is tall for a woman. You got a 6'6" center. That's why you have a 6'6" or 6'7" center.
No, you
That's
don't
why.
have to, because a 6'6" individual in the NBA is a guard.
That's what
So
I'm saying. So they have to. What are you
They
going
don't
to
gotta
play?
play. They could play positionless basketball too if they wanted to.
Yes, you want Brittany Griner bringing the ball up the floor. You want 6'8" Brittany Griner bringing the ball up the floor.
If you wanted to,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you want Lisa Leslie. You want Lisa Leslie at 6'5" bringing the ball up the floor.
I mean, if that's what you want to do,
huh?
I mean, hell, I mean,
you know
Brianna Stewart bringing the ball up the floor.
You are not athletic enough. Brittany Griner 6'8". That would be she's as tall as LeBron James.
What you say? What you say? You would have your niece bringing up the ball up the floor, Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts can bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah, that's what you would have. Like they have to do it because of the size. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Camila Cardoso can bring the ball up the floor.
If you're 5 foot, you're a 5'9" point guard. There's no other position that you can play in the WNBA. There's just how tall is Paige Becker? Like 5'10". Paige Becker's like 5'10", ain't she? I don't even think she's 6 feet tall.
Paige Becker's
is like 5'10", right? How tall is Paige Becker?
I thought Paige was like 6'1", 6'2".
That's what I thought. I thought Paige is like 6'1", 6'2".
I mean, you almost have to do that, you know? Like Paige Beckers is
6 foot.
She's exactly 6 foot tall.
Yeah, she's 6 foot.
Right?
She's 6 foot even.
Okay.
Yeah. And how old is Brianna Miles? How tall is she? She's like 5'10".
You said Brianna? It's Olivia. Olivia.
Like Olivia from
Olivia is like 6. Olivia's like 5'8".
Yeah, she's not that tall. So there's no other. What other position are you going to be? You all you can play is guard.
Yeah, but Dallas didn't have to draft her if that's the case. They already got. Listen, you over here trying to positionless basketball. That was real cute. The damn Dallas Wings don't need 8 guards.
And the Detroit Pistons didn't need 4 small forwards. But guess what? That's what we would have been running because I'm not passing on Carmelo Anthony for Darko Milicic. I'm just not doing that. We appreciate y'all coming out. Y'all have a good one. Is the NHL Stanley Cup, is it still going on? I saw it was a game last night.
Matter of fact, hold on. I'm about to find out who won tonight. If Vegas lost, that means Carolina won.
No, okay. I know Rocco probably.
Oh, damn. Yep. Carolina about to win the damn cup tonight, right now.
How much time is left?
Yep. Carolina about to win.
Okay.
It's like 2 minutes left in the game, and they up 3-0. Yeah, Carolina's winning.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. But we appreciate y'all. We about to get up out here. We've been on here for nearly 2.5 hours, man. We'll get up out of here. Make sure y'all keep supporting, showing love. We appreciate it, man. Everybody who chimes in and stuff like that. Remember, folks, disagrees not disrespect.
That's right.
And there are such things as dumb.
Unless you're talking about the Packers.
Yeah, and there are such things as dumb questions. But but all joking aside, man, we appreciate.
Where is the mute button?
There are such things as but have a great night and continue to support and show love and all of that good stuff, man. We're less than 100 days away from the start of football season. This is kind of the dead period because basketball's over, hockey's about to be over tonight. So all we got for the next 80 days is baseball. That's all
hey Marcus.
Yeah.
Just remember, in 4 days, I got 100 guns, 100 clips. I'm from New York.
Yeah. Look,
Gentlemen's sweep, by the way. Gentlemen's
hey, I salute
Hey,
y'all.
on Thursday, the Knicks will be parading. On Friday, the in Chicago, they will be opening President Barack Obama's Civil Rights Museum for
Presidential
for
Library.
in celebration of Juneteenth, which will be commemorated by a performance by the greatest comedian this world has ever seen, Dave Chappelle.
Oh man. Okay. So we got some other events, but sports events we're stuck with
It's also
baseball. We're stuck
yeah,
with
yeah.
baseball.
It's also officially the summer, and it's officially
We got the
black.
World Cup.
You got the
We got
World
the World
Cup, and it's Black Yacht Week in Chicago this week. So hey man, y'all get outside and enjoy yourself.
for
Funny
sure.
as hell. It's also Father's Day coming up. Thanks.
Hey man, who cares about that?
Make sure you enjoy your ugly tie and your
The only
third
people that
pair
care
of
about Father's Day is people who love their dads or are close with their kids. And on that
helps.
note,
Enjoy your all you can eat at Golden Corral, okay? Because that's the way that works.
yeah,
Enjoy
and enjoy your multiple presents of socks and ties.
socks and ugly ass ties. Yeah, without a doubt, man. Without a
Yeah,
doubt.
and new salmon shirts.
But we do need to see if I can find
Yeah,
it.
we need another mute button, man. Y'all have a good one, man. We're out of here.
Later.
See ya. See ya. Oh my God.